Hello, comrades, and welcome back to Noise Revergrad. And I am proud of my fine city here. Once again, we seem to be starting by pivoting around each episode to see how much progress we've made here. This is probably our most significant ongoing construction project. Now, a little bit of time has passed, but I wanted to come back before the end of the year because I think part of it's going to be, I want to show you something in particular, but I think the last real remaining challenge is to see just how well we do. Again, I'm not going to go nuts on trying to get everything super duper efficient in this map. Maybe we will, like we can come back once a week and do some efficiency things, like I mentioned. It's kind of up to what you guys want to. Let me know in the comments. But before the year ended, I wanted to come up here and say that last year we exported 618 million, which sounds like a lot, but again, keep in mind inflation. It's in some ways not as impressive, but hey, I'm happy with it. And if we go to this year, again, we'll lose last year's stats. We got up to 924. Now, I'm sorry, 904 million. And there's, obviously a chance that something else will get exported, but it doesn't look like we're going to oh, there we go. Something's getting exported now. It doesn't look like we're going to reach the 1 billion mark, which is, I don't know, somehow satisfying, I guess is the right word. But we will. I'm almost, well, again, we haven't even fired up our steel mills 100%. And, just exporting that steel alone, I'm sure will pop us over there. And if you look at what happened last year, notice like towards the second half of the year, we consistently were getting higher numbers. So if we stick with that, like if you had to draw a line, I can't really move the mouse, but if I had to draw a line across there, the last 6 months, you would guess that we were averaging like around 300,000 a month, right? Or I'm sorry, 300 million. So we may like shoot way past, the billion mark, I think next year. Yeah, look, it's going up again before the end of the year. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. Now, as far as imports go, I'm still a bit concerned about food. Look, we've still got, like our food is not at zero. Now, electronics, there we go. That's exactly what I expected when I turned up the warehouses over the last few, well, 2 episodes, I think, maybe 3 ago. So we've caught up on our electronics. We also increased our production. So I think we're good to go there. And then all this other stuff should just be, things that are bought when I've done these little projects. They're awful expensive, but in the grand scheme of things, if you notice, the numbers aren't really that big. Steel is high, but steel's very expensive. So, yeah, exactly. So we're in pretty darn good shape, except for food. And we'll see. We'll keep plugging away with it. I spent a few episodes on it. Yeah, like say now we have like 2 trains sitting here unloading. Yeah, and that's, I really do wish they would, like, neither one of these, well, this train's not on weight. This one is, or should be maybe, here. Right, this one I have waiting, but like, why is this one waiting then, right? Like, don't wait. Like, if you look, he's not, oh, he is set to wait. You know what, let's unset him to wait. Oops, speak too soon. Yeah, you know what? I don't want you to wait here. Just go back and forth. Yeah, I think I want him going back and forth. And then these other trains that are coming from here. So there's, just for a little recap, there's 2 trains. One goes to this stop to do these 2. And the other one goes to this stop to do these 2. And then this train goes from over here, right? So there's only one train going from over there, but I feel like we're getting, like there's, this one couldn't keep up with all 3. So the other one train that's coming from here is going to here. And then that train I just stopped waiting is also coming from here and hitting these 2. So we're going to see, eventually I might even have that one hit these 3. Let's see. For right now, though, we look like we're in pretty good shape here. Now this one probably could wait and is good. All right, so we'll see if that's, let's just make sure food or crops are not the reason for this food thing, which I think we're in pretty good shape. Now let's catch up with the last episode, what we did. And I came in here and we got I got these while I was waiting for, and I did spend a fair amount of time. And we got these tracks all completed up here, so I can come in here and get rid of this crisscrossy mess. Right, and then since we don't have any trains on there, let's just get rid of. That's not a notable thing, right? So let's just get rid of all of this signaling. And we can redo it. Right, so what we're going to want is close as we can get it. And I think the train will get all the way in there. I think we'll be okay, right? We'll put that like that, and then this is going to be the way back out. And this will be the way in. Right, and then get rid of that guy. What is that? Let's just get rid of all of that signaling for half a second, and I'll put one in as close as I can get it here. Yeah, if I put one right in the middle there, we might be able to get an extra train to wait. Right, is that about the middle? And then we want one chain signal here. Oops, let's spin around and zoom in. All right, close as we can get it. Going back out. Good, so that should take care of that signaling for those. And the last thing we need to do is get this done, and they're well on their way. I guess they need to bring a little more steel over, and then we'll be able to get this fired up. Probably might as well get these trains going back out of this depot, right? Because do we want to increase this? What is this guy doing? Now, he's just going to the chemical storage. So let's start him. And then this guy, does he need a new, is he going to, there's 5 stops, but, oh, he lost, oh, you know what? Come back here, buddy. Yeah, this will be a little bit awkward. It's going to be hard to, I don't like to put these stops at the end, right? But, so I already made this one for wood. So we'll put it at the end, even though I don't like it. Right? And so, yeah, you have wood in you. You might as well go do your run at that point. And this guy, same thing, right? We need to put this at the end. We'll have him go to the other one. And let's move this up so we can see it. Load, lumber, weight. And this is MB distribution. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Like, I think maybe we're going to redo this guy's whole route. And we probably should take another look at that other guy before I do that and forget. Oh, wait, is this? Oh, I spun myself around. Yeah, so we're good. Which is fine. I just want to do this number here. All right, so we'll put all filled with boards. So Lumbriska is going to be his first stop. And can he get over? Yeah, this is going to be a problem. All right, he can't really get to MB distribution first because there's no, from here, there's no immediate jump over. Like over to there, and I don't really want to, I don't think there's enough reason to really do that. So let's send him up to here, right, and unload your lumber. And then now that we have 2 stops, let's get rid of all the rest of them so it's a little bit less confusing. All right, so you're going to go load up with lumber at Lumbriska. You're going to come to Etupaflu, and then, see, when he's in here, he can switch over, and then he can come back to MB distribution. Or do we do that last? Yeah, I think we do that last. So he scoots on up to Etupaflu. He then comes to, let's do this, Lumbriska, and unloads lumber. I'm sorry, did I say GW distribution? Where Lambriska came from. I had an extra word in my mouth. And then he comes over to Importska. And then all the way up to Autograd distribution. And then over to NR distribution. Yeah, we're going to have the same problem with him getting back into here, aren't we? Yeah, I think after he goes to a Tupafalu, I think he does need to go to MB. All right, so we'll stick this one in there. All right, so a Tupafalu to MB, and then over there, and then up to Autograd, and all the way around. And after he gets done Autograd, he can come to NR. All right, and then the question is, yeah, so then after he leaves NR, we can then have him come up to Savalafalis and unload anything as an export, and then he would head back to Lambriska. All right, and then he doesn't have to worry about going to Molna at all. Now the question is, yeah, the wood, you know what, I'm really not worried about exporting the wood in the same way. Right, like why, I mean, it's not even really worth the trip. I don't think it's worth that much money. So yeah, let's just make sure this guy's trip makes some sense. So he's basically, yeah, he's coming to Chemsol storage, dropping off wood, and then he's going to Chemical Zavad, which is here, and dropping off wood. Yep, and he waits at neither place, and he comes back here, and I think that's fine, right? Yeah. Well, let's ask the question: can he get? Yes. See, he can get into there from here. Like, it's just, you can't be on this track and get the MB distribution too easily. So that's fine. So he can get in there. And by the way, this is where he drops off the wood right there. That's good. I think we're in reasonable shape. And again, they're not going to have any wood until we get this sorted, but we can get this sorted now. So now we should have, well, let's click on this. How many vehicles? Yeah, so there's a wood truck. And what do we have in here? Ah, so you're doing kind of both. Well, let's not be cheap about it anymore. Right, let's, you know what, we're just going to grab a couple guys out of here. Both should be open hauls. So what I'd like to do is say, all right, which one's this? Oh, oh, wait a second. I'm confused now. Okay, those are lumber mills. Okay, so thank you, game safe. All right, and then you're that one. Now, why are you? Okay, you're going back and forth from road cargo station 2 to 3. And then we should have another one, you would think. Okay, so this guy was then going down to, I see. Well, you know what we want to do is, this is, yeah, we don't want him to load wood, but I guess this works, other than maybe what we could do. Right, so in other words, what I'm trying to figure this out. So, and then I got it kind of backwards, where it's load. Yeah, Lambriska cargo station. Yeah, where are we? How are we getting our wood down there? Those are my 2 extra ones. So this guy's loading at, oops, this one. No, this is 3. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just start over. So this guy's going to load at this one, which is that one. And then he's going to go to 3 here. And then from 3, he's going to go to here. Right? And get rid of that one. Or no, let's get rid of this one. Make sure we got it right. Yeah, 4. Right? And he's going to unload whatever wood he's got left and then head back. And then he's not going to wait here. Right? So there. And then we'll do, let's just shrink that for a second. Then this guy, yeah, that's number 2. So then he's going to go to 3. And then he's going to go to 4. And he's not going to wait any place except for here. Right? And that guy's doing the same thing from the other one. So it's like wood to here, to here. If there's any excess, you know what I mean, which there would be at this moment, he'll bring the excess down to here. All right, so let's get rid of this, and then now we need to figure out what the lumber's doing. Well, lumber, since the wood's coming in here, the lumber truck, you know, we don't have any coming in there. All right, and that's wood. And that's wood. So we're not getting any lumber out of here into here. I'm thinking, why are you? Oh, because we need to send you to a depot, don't we? Where are you at? Yeah, there's no depot up this way. Is there a slot in? I can't do the plus thing. Yeah, you know what? Let's, instead of that, we're taking this. Right, and so our lumber guy is going to go from here yeah, you might as well wait in both places, because if for some reason this yard's full and there's no train, there's no other exporting of lumber from here. So let's start that guy out, and then yeah, you know what? I'm going to send this guy back here. He could pick up one of these construction vehicles if we need it. And as a matter of fact, I think we're all done up here. So let's this. This. That. Move these out of my way for a second, and let's go see. I've been putting we have a little special project coming up sometime soon, and I've been putting some bulldozers and the like in here. So how full is this? Yeah, we need to make some room. All right. Yeah, so we'll get 2 of these out of there. I lost where I was at. Over here. All right, and then that should make a little bit more than enough room to send this guy to here and that guy to there. How much? Yeah, that'll be good. Now I put a couple cranes in here just because I found them. So, and I'm going to leave that as a bit of a surprise what we're going to do with that. Okay, so what else have I been working on? I was going around very diligently, and I might even leave this screen open, not open, but shrunken, because it's a bit of a pain coming back to it all the time to check on if they're working. All right, so we'll get this guy working on that. And This is good. We got another one of these done. So we got one more loop around, and then we could start working on our... Let's zoom in. I think I might be a little bit right there. All right, so these guys are just about done this. And like I said, I want to get this done so that we're as ready to go as we can when it comes to demolishing stuff. Now, I did send down many pieces to the construction yard here. I don't know if it's a good construction. We got an excavator, 2 open hauls, 3 dumpers is good. I think I'd rather not have 3 mixers. Is this one, this one only holds 11 tons. Can we, no, that's full. Let's go back up to the middle one here. All right, that's full. We got a lot of vehicles. And we'll get a red bus. And we will have an extra bus in there, right? Because we're going to be working a little bit far away. Now, is this guy getting people from Kameen? Okay. I just want to keep that in mind. So we'll leave Togliatti rail construction there so we can come back and check it as the episode goes on. But there we go. So to get started, we'll have 2 different rail constructions to make this happen, or regular constructions to make this happen. And then the other thing is, well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do to get it rail constructed as quickly as possible. The problem is, we probably want to come out of Kameen, right? This rail construction office, we don't really have a good one real close, and if we do that, we might have to put a crisscross in here. Let's see how this works out, but let's see, what do we have in here? No mechanisms. So let me send over the 2 cranes, and then as a new rule of thumb, anytime we take the cranes out of there, we are going to take the buses out as well. All right, I can close that. I can send these buses hopefully up to here. All right, just to stop them from going back and forth for now. And then these 2 guys can come into here. All right, and do these actually have workers? No, no workers, probably because there's no buses. We still got buses. Oh, okay, but they're stopped. Good. That's good. We can start them right back up when we're ready to go. Yeah, it might be an argument towards building, depending on how it works out on your map, a depot just to, stop these vehicles from running back and forth so much. There could certainly be an argument for that. All right, so Kameen's ready to go when we want to start building here. And then depending on, we could still build from Togliatti there. So when it comes into this, we're kind of getting prepared. Got 2 construction offices. Got 2 rail construction offices as well. So we should be pretty good to go when we're ready for that. And then one of the other things I've been doing is just plugging away at getting more of these roads constructed into here. Now, do we have this one done? Yeah. I'm thinking, we're just going to do... There we go. Thank you. All right, I think it'd be fine just to have a gravel road there. And it's really not blocking too much. So we have a little bit of a painful thing coming up here. Yeah, let's get this guy if he's not assigned to that. And then really there's no reason not to assign both of these. I don't think it'll hurt. All right. And then let's do this. So we're blocking this way around, so we don't want to mess with, they can come in this way, which is fine. This is all done anyhow, so it's just a matter of plugging along here and getting all this paved. This is going to be a little bit painful, so let's just bite the bullet at that point. And then, yeah, we'll do paved road. Why not, right? Now let's start from this end. All right. Then make sure these guys are both assigned to that. And that's just going to, no matter what we do, there's no other way in and out of those fields. So it's going to be blocking them, right? But we'll get this paved as well. And then it'll just cause a little heartache. But at least most of it stays flowing. So we got this to do. I was thinking about this. Like at one point, I started assigning that. And then, well, no, I actually started assigning this. I thought, well, this is just sort of a... They shouldn't really ever, I don't think, go that way. I would think they would want to go this way to get to this field. And this field, like there's no other field on this stretch. So it's just sort of like a bypass road, which is great for our little construction projects. So there we go. So we're getting the farms situated. And then once we get them situated, we can, yeah, look, we're down to 1,100. These fields have had much, much more in there. All right. Yeah, so we're getting it a little bit under control, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll see. But it's, yeah, we got a lot of extra corn. Now, what do we got? Oh, we blocked you. Okay, you were probably, yeah. Well, like I said, we're just going to bite the bullet, hope for the best. What's going on here? Yeah, we're just busy. I'm okay with busy. And, yeah, do we have, let's see, are we getting wood? I don't know if you had that wood on you at first or not, but, well, the lumber mill is running, and there's no wood in there. All right, so the other question is, how are we doing here? All right, is that one truck enough to stay ahead of our lumber production? Now building is without power supply. What did we do? That's not going to help. All right. I'm just going to pay for that. Okay. Looking good. Good. Yeah, and we just got a whole bunch more workers heading up there. Okay, so that should... There we go. We got lumber coming in here, which should be the priority, I guess. And when we get this other one fired up, I'm hoping this doesn't actually... Well, something's going to have to happen. I don't want to run out of wood because that's making us chemicals. And I don't... It doesn't look like we're going to get any wood until this fills up. So... Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on the fact that we're exporting that wood or that lumber, right? Because if we're exporting the lumber, we may end up actually cutting off our wood. We're actually, at this point, the way it's set up, counting on the fact that the lumber will get backed up in order to get more wood. So let's do one other thing just because I thought of it. We're going to get some nice acacia trees. We're pretty good to go over here. Yeah, I think it does cut all the way into that area, so a little bit unrealistic with the trees and the tracks there, but I think, you know what, we could even do this, right? There we go. Save tends to scare me a bit. Yeah, that's actually about a nice width to... Yeah, then maybe I just have to be a little more careful than placing them. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks better. Maybe I'd even give it a little extra. That one too. Yeah, much better. Again, how much it matters, not sure. It doesn't seem to be affecting the trains at all, so there we go. So we are, you know, let's just see how that goes. We got to keep an eye on it. And what else have we got going on here? Well, we have this chemical thing we can take care of. And yeah, I guess the thing to do will be to get all the related vehicles. We won't do the... Let's just get all these trucks switched over. Alright, where did that guy go? Okay, well, whatever. We'll shrink this guy. So we want to click on like that and then say come to here, right? Now hopefully we're far enough off the road, right? Why does this guy load? Is that my famous load thing? Yeah, road cargo stay. Oh no, because never mind. I got you. All right. So we'll close this one. I was thinking I clicked on that, I think. All right, it's still load, but we're going to put them on wait, but that might be a mistake. All right. And then the thing about the... Oh, yeah, what are we doing? All right, get rid of that. Make sure this is weight, chemicals. Good. The thing about the weight, and I know it causes problems, but it also points out problems, right? Like when you get a traffic jam, you're more likely to notice that than you might notice other issues on your map. Like you may just have a problem and never notice it, where the forcing them to wait, I think, can, bring the problems out into the open, so to speak. I think this will be the last one. So let's go over here and look. Oh, come on. Why can't I open you? Oh, is it? Is it open somewhere in the netherworld? Oh, you know what I could do? Yeah, let's just check this guy real quick. I think I could probably hit escape, right? Yeah, so let's head over here and see which... I can almost bet you which one's done. Yeah, this one's done. So we'll just keep going like we were. Right, and the reason I did that is because I want to hit escape a few times. Yeah, this guy's still working on this. All right, so that, I would think, even though that guy got opened off the screen somewhere in the nether, that we should now be able to open them. Yep. Leave this guy open for a second. Game seems very often sometimes. Alright, so now, do we have any chemicals in here? And let's do... all chemicals. Alright, and then you don't have any chemicals in here. No, so we're going to send you... to here. Load chemicals and wait. Right, you're gonna get sent to your next stop there. And then you... Right? But you're just sitting there waiting at the clothing, so that's fine. And then let's just make sure our signaling is good to go. And I think we just need a regular signal. Like that and that. Can we get... Here, let's do this. These... as close as is reasonably possible. All right, so they won't go into here until that signal's cleared, and then, ooh, this could be a problem. Oh, no, we're going to get rid of all of this, right? There's nothing in here. No, so we're just going to demolish that. All right, let's get rid of the associated road. And then we're going to get rid of the railroad tracks. That's good, because that would have been a little bit tight for getting these guys in here. We should be done constructing the railroad, so we can get rid of that. Let's get rid of some signaling, and I just crashed the game. Okay, fortunately we didn't lose too much. I just had to redo a couple of the vehicles, and then I re-deleted this and didn't have any problems. So go figure, right? So we want to get another signal relatively quickly just to get them out. But then this, yeah, I really don't want them sitting on here, right? So what I think we should do, actually, is maybe put like a chain signal back here. All right, so this would have to be green in order for them to move into this slot so that they wouldn't tend to block this road. Now the good news is most of the stuff coming in and out, but we still got a lot of buses coming up there. Yeah, really, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, you probably would want a bridge there. I don't think we're going to do it. Now, let me get rid of, oops, you know what, I forgot to put time playing again. I did pause time, so I don't know, did time playing or not playing, did that have, you know what, I took this out, but really kind of need that. Yeah, let's, I think that might be, well, let's see what happens. We don't really have that many trains coming in and out of here. And then I guess I need to re-demolish this. All right, and then we'll come back and get that road taken care of again. There we go. All right, so we definitely made a pretty significant improvement on that, assuming I didn't make any big mistakes. But that's, you know, that's going to allow us, again, I don't think it was slowing us down that much, but it's the kind of thing that's just going to kind of ensure that we're keeping those chemical trains flowing as much as we can within the bounds of having enough trains, right? Like, trains should be able to pull up, more or less fill up if we're making a lot of chemicals. Now, what are you doing? You look like you have lumber. Oh, yeah, you do have a little bit of lumber, don't you? How did you get lumber in you? I don't know. There's a seems to be a little bit of a thing. Now, where you weren't the lumber train, no, you were the wood train. Yeah, that's pretty annoying because it's pretty annoying, and there's no way to get rid of it. I mean, we can't sell the cargo, or it would be a good time to just say, look, sell the cargo. But I have no idea how he got lumber in there. I mean, even before this guy was built, I had set this guy to only contain wood, and then somehow he gets boards, right? I guess I could do this. Yeah, load and unload. But unload wood, or lumber, right? And then let's just do this real quick, right? And then, no, come back. Flip them around. That caused an error. Right? What'd you do? Oh, so you think you're in the stop, but you didn't get out of the stop enough All right, let's get you out of the stop. Now we go in and drop off that wood and you won't have any more. Or lumber, I mean. No, now you just got a question mark. Okay. Well, you know what? We could leave that on, right? Oh, no, because this won't take... Yeah, limit the amount. Yeah, let's do that all over again. Get him out of the station. Right. And then as long as another truck doesn't pull up at this instant. Right, because this is saying don't take any. So I say I don't know how those boards got in there. No. Why are you? Why would? Maybe do you have to get all the way out? Yeah. See, I don't think he really was counted as being out of there. I guess. What I'm afraid of is that if another lumber truck comes, we're going to put more boards in here. Let's see if we can't. Get him a little bit further out. I'm going to just pause time. Yeah, stop. Flip around. Go back to here. Flip around before he hits another signal, right? So he was out of the station. And we should be allowed to accept boards. There you go. Right, so let's pause it again. Let's get rid of these boards. Let's get rid of this. There, we fixed it. But then we just need to get our ability to hold wood, right? Now, I might have clicked on this minus sign. I wonder if like some instant of rounding caused a problem. Like this time I clicked on bricks to make this 100. I'm wondering if that couldn't be part of the problem. Now, what about this guy? Look at it. He's got a little bit of wood. Okay. Now, and again, I don't know why that train would have gotten, like, why would it have gotten lumber on there? All right, well, anyway, whatever. It's definitely a minor problem in life. But the problem is, too, by the way, if you have that little bit of lumber, if we were to put this guy on wait at one of these stops, he might just sit there and wait to unload and never keep going, potentially. But in any event, there we go. So we got that relatively minor 6-minute problem worked out. Well, it wasn't 6 minutes. 6 minutes since I restarted the recording. It took us 5 minutes to get that fixed. Okay, so do we have chemicals in here? Yes, good. And we should have the trains heading there. And are we still building roads? Or did we get one of them done? No. Okay, so how are we doing with Tagliati? Since through our whole fiasco there. Yep, Tagliati's fine, so we'll shrink that back down. We're building pretty well on Nueve Revergrad, I hope. We got our new kindergartens going. Yeah, I think we're doing fine here. How is we're in January. Let's see. Let's check up on our economy again. So last year, yeah, we'll be through January. So let's see, last month, and really month to month it varies. I don't think you can get too excited, but nice. In December we had 123. If we can stay over 100, that's really nice. And then now this month we're down to 54. And then what if we? Yeah, we're still buying a little bit of food. And I just closed Tagliati by accident. Yeah, Tagliati definitely is now our holdup, right? Because This was one of the improvements I wanted to make. This was one, you know, relatively minor, and then it's this. And again, I don't want to do that until we're out here constructing, and this guy will be coming out to this one. Just takes them a while to get there. And then, yeah, I think the last other thing on the map is going to be, you know, we'll find some more improvements, I'm sure, but the last big known construction project will be over here. So earlier, I had sent some construction over here because, and Radomir reminded me of it, but it's certainly something that I would like to do. Someone else suggested we could put some farms up in here, which really isn't that big of a farm area, right? Because even if you flatten, you can't have any rock or else it won't. And look, there's like bits of rock here. So this really wouldn't have been a great farm area. Now we could have, you know, we could have got some farm in here, but really, for a lot of reasons, this isn't a good spot for a farm. Just if you guys were wondering, like where I would go with farms would be like out this way. See that? Like if we really wanted to up the farms on this map. So here we are by oil chaw, and then here's clothing over here. So we have our corn loop this way. Like if we worked our way into here, I would build a town. And the main reason for the town would be to have a firehouse, right? Like, because I don't think we would, otherwise we would struggle. I guess we could see how far this is a problem. Why are you are what? Another corn. Oh, you were the chemicals. Yeah, we got you guys on the wrong. Do we have you going to, oh, we don't have you going to a waypoint. All right, so let's, yeah, I think before you go to the clothing station, go to this waypoint. Right, and then you, let's get rid of this waypoint just to make sure, even though I'm pretty sure this is the problem. Right, so now we got this guy going to this one, which because I deleted that kind of worked out pretty well for the moment. And then let's get rid of that one, and let's make sure this guy, yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. That guy just cut right through there. We'll go to this waypoint here, right? Yeah, why did you cut right through? Load, unload. Okay. That's all right. He'll loop right back around, right? And then this guy didn't pick up the waypoint, so we'll let him drop stuff off. And then this guy, let's just send him on his way so that he gets on the right side of the track as those other guys come back. We should be good to go with chemicals for at least a significant period of time. All right, well, we're smoking, so that's a good thing. But anyway, sort of distracted myself there. All right, one check on Tagliati. Yep, it doesn't take him long once he gets out there. That's the good news. All right, so we should be all electrified up to here. And this might be the last assignment for the electrification, because if I don't pay it... Oh, no, he'll come up to here and stop. So we got 2 more assignments. All right, so let's shrink this. Yep, and then we'll get this little bit, and then we can come in here and construct that. I think I said this would be the next episode, but we were over here by Neuve Revergrad. And I'm not sure even how now I got so distracted, but what I would like to do is build my house right up here. Now, I don't know, I might even be able to, I'd be willing to look at a mod that would have a nice looking house. Like, I'm not real sure what would be the best kind of house for me. Like residential buildings, like none of them are really like, I mean, this, you know, this is kind of small. Really, like we want something like big. Like to me, that's very unimpressive. But what we could do for the last few minutes here anyway, I think, is start doing a little bit of leveling, because what I would like to do is kind of make this like a bit nicer. This is going to be like my front yard, so we can make like a And maybe I'll end up doing some of this off camera, right? So like we could come in here with this and sort of, you know, get rid of some of this. All right, is that, I think that would be relatively straight. Let's, yeah, I'd want to eat into this a little bit more as well. All right, they definitely, since I was over here working last, they've made this, yeah, I think that's probably about far enough. All right, so like what I'm kind of picturing is like a tiered thing. As we go up. So in other words, like, you know, we're kind of already at this level. We would bring like, you know, a tier here. Maybe I'll do this in between the episodes while I'm like clean it up a little bit more, and then we'll go look for a mod. If you guys have a suggestion for one, I may or may not get your. Well, actually, I should be getting your thing though. I'm planning on going to watch with some friends the Daytona 500, so I'm going to be getting a little bit ahead of your comments. This episode's being recorded this weekend for like next weekend as it is. So I'm trying to stay way ahead. Right, and then we can bring this down. And then it'll make it a little bit easier. Oops. I kind of missed. All right, push into here. Right, then I can clean all this up again. I don't think this leveling is worth it, but we'll kind of, I'll do some things to make this kind of look nice. You know, we'll do like that. And so like this would be, you know, I kind of change the level there. All right, so we'll make that look nice, and then we'll probably have, you know, like maybe another level here. Before I go too nuts on these mountains, I think I would. Yeah, they really sped this up. Good, I guess. Get at least a level spot over this way. All right, just sort of, as long as I get reasonably level, because then this sort of looks like it's up from over there. And it would come from like here, right? And this will be like the lead up. I don't think we need another level because it's just a matter of, as a matter of fact, and then I think the house would be somewhat near those trees, but like a little bit in front, maybe where that dirt spot sort of started. And this would be a little bit like if we could get a mod of Versailles, that would be really cool. This is a house for me. Sorry. For those of you serious players, this will be a little bit of silliness, of course. You know what, that's getting down. You know, let's just do a little road. A little too much for you. Oh, why is that? It is raising it up a good amount. That's okay. Oh, maybe because, yeah, let's see. All right, let's just go from like here then. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's a little different than I was picturing, but I guess I wasn't just, you know, it's hard to see the level. Like this is a lot. So I think we would take out most of this mountainside, you know, and then now we can do things like this. All right, so I pretty easily can take out a lot of this hill. And this will be kind of all part of the decorating of Nueve Revergrad. And then let's just do one other thing while we're, you know, talking about it. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, seed pine. And then I think what I'd like to do, yeah, we're not going to be able to put, right, we're just going to put like a whole bunch of seed pines along this so I don't have to look at these ugly power lines. All right, and then we'll have to find a nice, what we think is the level. All right, and just get this all, you're getting rid of all the trees I just put down. All right, we could put them back in again. I think part of this, you know, I'll decorate it off camera a bit. Like this would be the general area. Whatever is sort of easy. I'm not going to go nuts. I don't think I am. We'll see what happens, right? Yeah, might as well smooth that out and then get rid of all these trees for now. Right, so this would be the spot where my house would go. Yeah, that's definitely a lot lower. Yeah, which is kind of interesting because that definitely brings it more in line. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I sort of like this... Yeah, you know what? I think I'm changing my mind that quick. Right, like we'll build this back up. You know, I'd probably head over this way. And just because it's probably a little bit easier, we'll head over this way. So what I'm doing is just so I can do the road leveling, which is even faster than this. Right, so now we can do right, we can put that row of trees back. What do you guys think? It's going to be a nice place for a house. I'd like to step back and take a look in a minute. Let's just level this up. It won't take that long. And then we'll call it quits on the episode. I think we're pretty close. The crash earlier kind of threw me off a little bit, but... And like I said, I probably won't catch up with all of you. I mean, I'll get your comments. I'm just not going to... Just going to be ahead of them a little bit, but... We'll definitely get them, you know, as the week goes. All right, do that, and then we can just do one last little extra level check, you know. For some reason the road leveling, it's not always as perfect as it maybe could be. All right. Yeah, so let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, and see how we kind of took that up again. And I think I need to cut this off because I think we're going over time. overboard. Never overboard for my house, right? Yeah, see how it's like off again? You gotta, I think that'll be good, right? Well, all right, and then I'll get rid of that mountainside during the thing, during the, level this over this way. And then just so you know, one of the things you can do to make this look like nice and neat, you know, if we were to come from like, say right here, right? I'll get rid of this bit real quick. Right, yeah, and then we could come over like just straight across here. Put this road like right like that. That's reasonably straight. Yeah. Then what you can do is come back with this like leveling tool here and just level it up as much as you can like this. All right, and that should make it reasonably even. All right. So that it's like a nice cliff edge. Then what we'll have to do is get a road up there. We'll have to decide on that as we see what building we get and what it'll look like. All right, so I can come like right on along, and then we can do the same thing back over here. Just go a little bit further back on either edge. That certainly doesn't need to be perfect. If you want to shrink this up, it's a little bit faster. I'm assuming you guys know a lot of this stuff. But then picture I'll put another road along here. Yeah, I'll have to decide, you know, yeah, I definitely want to push this in a little bit further. But yeah, I think I'm running out of time here, so I better get going. Oops. Right, does that look, yeah, a little bit more off to one side? Maybe I'll level a little further this way, or, yeah, who knows? Let's close this, and I'll leave that open. All right, so if my house was, where's the center of, yeah, the center of Nove Revergrad's here, so maybe I'll even push this upper part a little bit further over that. It doesn't really have to be centered with it, but yeah, I think that'll be nice. And then the question is, yeah, so there'll be like this lower tier, there'll be this middle tier, and then there'll be the top flat, big flat area here. Well, there we go. So how's Tagliati office doing? They're still working. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll have my mansion going. If you have a suggestion for a mod, I'll try to hold off on building it until I get some comments. And yeah, there we go. So we're really getting there. One last real quick look. This month, 60,000. Last month, 57. We're only, you know, halfway through this month, more or less. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.